Hello and welcome back to Just-in-Time Readings. I've been working away today on editing and progressing my book on just-in-time atomic essays. I'd been stuck for a while. I'd thought I'd formulated the final product and I was having some cognitive dissonance, to use a sophisticated word, of not knowing what to think or what to do next. But I took some time out to go and process the challenge I was facing, and I think I've become unstuck. So I'm quite excited by that, and I'm starting to visualize the final product, and it's now getting pretty close to being complete. So today I'm reading Just-in-Time article number 10. Today's article is called, "Is it time to make a change?" Is it time to make a change? So let's dive on in to the reading. The article was published on the 23rd of June 2021, and it starts off as follows: "The work of James Clear is inspirational." So of course I'm referring to James Clear's book called Atomic Habits. One of the things that James Clear does is he creates a roadmap to starting and developing new habits, tricks, tips, things like that. And Clear's premise is that the achievement is not simply about setting a goal. It's about creating a habit and developing a system of actions that are aligned to achieving a result. A system of actions. So a positive result is the achievement of the goal. So in the beautiful words of David Bowie, I'm not going to sing his song, I'm just going to read you the words, but he says, cha-changes, turning and facing the strange." I can hear them in my mind. I'm not even going to try and sing them. Cha-changes, turn and face the strange. It's thought that the words "the strange" is referring to yourself as a different person who you are yet to find out about or yet to know. So what could different be? Who is this different person? Is this the person after you've implemented some habits or a process that's got you closer to ingraining a habit? So different could simply mean a very small change. For me, it's being a better writer. That's an improvement. That's something different. That's a goal to work towards. And that's some change that I want to see in myself. So I thought I would create my interpretation of a habit that I want to ingrain in myself based on what I've learned from reading James Clear's book. So here's a list of 5 items. So first of all is to make it easy and write 1 page a day. Now, that sounds so simple, but it's quite difficult actually, because having a source of inspiration for new articles that can roll onto the page is hard work. So that's about 300 words in total. And you're reading one of them, or I'm reading it to you in this case. So it's not a long task, and it's not really a big task. And sometimes I can write the first paragraph and let it sit for a while. And by doing that, I've started and I'm getting underway. And the hardest part of the thinking and getting the gem of something going is enough to create momentum. And I can then come back to it and finish it in a short period of time. Other days, it can be hard work. Sometimes it doesn't flow. All right. So I'm trying to make it easy. 1 page a day, not set the bar too high. That's the first one. The next thing is to remove any resistance. So for me, that looks like having a Word document that's open and ready to go all the time, with the structure of the page set up and a list of topics to choose from. Sometimes the topics are depleted and I need to find more, but having the space into which I can write the items or write the words ready and waiting means there's nothing that's between me and getting going. Okay, so that's removing resistance. Number 3 is to create an environment that supports the habit. All right, so that environment is here in my office. I can sit down at my desk. My desk is uncluttered and I can write, and I do that first thing in the morning after I've got back from a run. It's when I am mentally the most alert. I've already got a significant achievement under the belt that in the morning, and then I'm ready to get going with writing. And I've also allocated that section of time in my diary, so very rarely do I have meetings in that space. It is writing time. So that's about creating the environment. Next up is creating an enticing incentive. What do I get from this? So for me, I like the dopamine rush of completing the article and publishing it, getting it onto Substack or publishing it on YouTube or LinkedIn or wherever it is that I'm publishing it, which is pretty much most of those places. And I can feel that dopamine rush of publishing because it is getting something done for the day. It feels good, it feels productive. So that's my incentive. The last item is what James Clear refers to as habit stacking. So this is connecting new habits to existing habits that you already have. So I'm using my writing as a tool to formalize content for a new book. And the result is a more structured and better output, which is a win-win. So the ultimate goal is to write the book, but along the way, the articles are accumulating, and ultimately the habit stacking of writing articles regularly results in a final output, which is the book, which I'm reading to you at the moment. And I'm very close to publishing. So this is work that I've been doing since I wrote this article, June 2001. We are nearly 3 years later. And the habit stacking seems to have paid off because I'm nearly there. Okay, so reading on, a hugely important component of developing a habit is taking action. Well, of course, you've got to go and do something. You've got to act. And I like to think that actually writing and completing articles is the action. So do as many reps as possible. Repetition develops the neural pathways to creating a routine. It's not about time in the way that one might ask, how long does it take to form a habit? It's about repetition. The more I write, the easier the words flow. The easier the words flow, the more I write. One perpetuates the other. Caution, if you're lifting dumbbells, then you need to manage yourself. This applies to anything. Don't overdo it. Do enough so that you can keep coming back and be effective in fulfilling your habit. So don't overdo it. It's so that you don't want to give up because you are tired or exhausted or trying to do too much in order to create your habit. Just do a little bit. Come back again tomorrow, ready to do some more. So a small change at a point of origin produces a big change down the road at the destination. The trick is, get started, do something small, but take action. Thank you for listening to Just in Time Articles, and I'm going to hit the publish button soon and get that dopamine hit, and that will feel like I've done something significant today. So over and out, and we will see you on the Far Post.